I'm here at the World of Beer in Miramar for Barbara Sharif's election night watch party, where the atmosphere is filled with excitement as she is on the verge of becoming Florida's next state senator for District 35. Just hours before the watch party began, I had a chance to speak with Sharif about her motivations for running for the position.
Miramar is like my family. I've been living in the state senate district now for over 25 years. And so I think I represent what is happening in America right now, and I think I've come from that. I came from a past that wasn't perfect. You know, I lost my father to gun violence at the age of 14 years old, and I had to work 3 jobs to get through nursing school, and my family went from a life of comfort to a life of struggle.
Sharif's adversity at a young age fuels her resolve today. With a win tonight, Scharf becomes the first Black Muslim woman ever to hold a seat in Florida's state Senate.
It's been a huge journey for me. I was the first African-American female mayor of Broward County, and to be the first African-American female to hold this position, it just feels like, you know, I'm breaking those glass ceilings, and I'm hoping I'm not the last.
Sharif's story serves as an inspiration to her supporters.
Your dreams are possible, right? You can have this dream that seems exponentially large and unattainable, and then you look up and you see someone like her, and she's doing all these really incredible things that have a national platform and spotlight.
Now, after over 14 years of local public service, Scharf will continue to focus on making the voices of her community heard throughout the state. The excitement is high as Barbara Sharif has won the Senate race for District 35. Her inspiring journey, shaped by personal loss, has motivated many here tonight. Reporting for USN, I'm Sydney Scharf. What's up, Sharks? I'm Sydney Scharf, and welcome to The Bite. Let's dive in. Hey, Sharks. Today is Thursday, November 7th. Next Wednesday, the Science Bowl and various other clubs are hosting their annual trivia night in the Senior Dining Commons right after school. In honor of the special trivia event, here's a trivia question sponsored by the Science Bowl Club. How often does the moon orbit? Once a year, once a month, once a week, or once a day? Stay tuned to the end of the episode to see if you guessed correctly. Now for our Shark Sports. The varsity football team is taking on the Oasis Sharks in the second round of the playoffs tonight at 6 on the AutoNation field. Tomorrow, the varsity girls soccer team plays West Boca at 4 p.m. right here at our AutoNation field. On Tuesday, the varsity golf team will be heading to the state championships. Also on Tuesday, the varsity boys soccer team plays against West Boca at 4 p.m. on the AutoNation field. Go Sharks! The answer to the trivia question was once a month. To answer more questions like this, make sure to attend the Science Bowl's event next Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode. I'm Sydney Scharf, and this is The Bite. PFHILDOO. What do these mean? In the world of speech and debate, these terms sound familiar, but to outsiders, it is quite dizzying.
A little girl with a big love for books.
So today was my first time ever judging, and it was incredibly confusing at first. I was a little bit late, I lost my way, I didn't know what event I was supposed to judge.
Judges range from it being their first day to being a professional.
Yeah, doing speech and debate in high school made judging a lot easier because now I know what to look for.
So what event do you compete in?
I do public forum.
Then on deliberation, they can see pretty much every single response, and they can see their...
And can you tell us what that is?
So basically, public forum is 2 versus 2 debate, and you get a resolution, and you debate that resolution for the entire competition, and it's super fun.
Students alike know their event, but their knowledge often stops there. And can you tell us about DI?
Dramatic interpretation is probably the worst event ever. It's a speech event, and it's full of people just screaming, acting like psychopaths. They literally perform as psychopaths.
You threw him under the bus.
And it's quite an insane experience to be present for. It's just, it's a ridiculous event, to be honest with you.
Samantha, what event do you participate in?
DI.
And what is that?
Dramatic interpretation.
And how do you feel about LD?
I hate it with a passion. I don't understand it. I don't know why someone would choose to do that to themselves.
LD is confusing to a lot of people. Can you explain what it is?
Yeah, sure. It's a one-on-one debate event that's mostly philosophical, I would say, but also deals with politics and general policy.
And do you find duo confusing?
Yes. like I have no idea what's going on, dude.
It seems that not even the students themselves are fluent in forensics. We went to the top, to today's tournament host, so he can translate the Greek to English.
So policy debate in particular absolutely feels like a foreign language, full of all sorts of jargon that needs translating and applicability to their everyday lives. So what I try to do is I start with examples, right? So we teach counterplans by comparing choices between going to two restaurants. We teach disadvantages by telling silly stories about a guy about to fall off a cliff, and we sort of break it down into parts to make better sense of it. When it comes to complex and dense philosophies, we find metaphors or examples in their everyday lives that sort of take the complicated material and make it much more digestible for them.
In this complex community, there's still one thing that's clear: their shared passion for speech and debate. Reporting for USN, I'm Sydney Scharf. I'm Sydney Scharf.
I'm Dylan Polyakoff, and welcome to our brand new studio
And our new show that we call
Sports on the Feed,
offering a new look on school athletics
and delivering you the student perspective on all things sports. Listen, Sydney, I've been wanting to do this show for the last 3 years, so I'm so excited that we get to start it now.
Absolutely, Dylan. And Sharks, I'm so excited to bring you exclusive interviews, highlights, and so much more.
So get ready to go swimming with the Sharks. For STN 180, I'm Dylan Polyakoff.
And I'm Sydney Scharf, reporting. Every year, thousands of animals end up in shelters. At the Humane Society of Broward County, the mission is to find them loving homes. For Sebastian Lopez, rescuing a dog seems obvious.
Why pay to somebody for a dog? You get to see that the animals sometimes they get like really sad, so it's good that they're getting another chance to find a home.
While many animals are finding their forever homes, some are still waiting. Meet Gigi, a 4-year-old terrier, a breed known for their fearsome reputation, who has spent the last 100 days waiting for her second chance.
Sadly, for whatever reason, these types of dogs tend to wait a lot longer to find a home. Gigi has been here since October 19th of 2024, which is a really long time for a dog. Gigi, just like all the pets here at the Humane Society of Broward County, deserve a second chance.
Everyone at the Humane Society is rooting for Gigi, hoping that someone will eventually throw her a bone.
What's great about working at an organization like this is you have so many dedicated staff, but also volunteers. We have so many volunteers that come in and give their time to help these animals find their forever homes. I think everybody here wants to see Gigi get that second chance because she really deserves it.
As far as dogs go, this pit bull is adorable. Reporting for USN, I'm Sydney Scharf.